on this week is Alibaba.
That's right, different sort of mystery being solved, which is involving this Chinese e-commerce giant. They're going to sell their shares in the New York Stock Exchange in a launch that's going to be bigger than Facebook and Twitter combined. There's no official date yet, but it's expected to be towards the end of next week. Alibaba's initial public offering of shares will be the biggest Wall Street has ever seen. A big achievement for a company that has a reasonably low profile outside of China. So what exactly is Alibaba? Well, Charlotte Hawkins has been finding out.
It's expected to be the largest stock market debut in US history, raising more than Facebook and Twitter put together. Alibaba is the Chinese equivalent of Amazon, eBay and PayPal combined. Through its Taobao and Tmall sites, it allows users to buy and sell goods worldwide. The e-commerce giant has 279 million active buyers. It accounts for 80% of all Chinese online retail sales, and 60% of all parcels delivered in China are Alibaba orders. It also generates huge income. The company says its profits tripled between April and June to nearly $2 billion. Alibaba's success has attracted global attention. Foreign stakeholders, including American Yahoo and Japanese SoftBank, own more than half the company. And it's now expanding its empire into the United States, launching a new invitation-only retail site aimed at small businesses. When Alibaba goes public, it hopes to raise more than $20 billion. And if the stock market debut goes well, Alibaba is set to become the third most valuable internet company on Wall Street, after Facebook and Google.
Now, the Scottish independence debate is also having an impact on the currency markets today. The pound has hit its lowest level since November of last year, after that weekend poll that gave the pro-independence side a lead for the first time. The pound is worth $1.61.5. That's down around 1% today. The use of the currency by an independent Scotland is one of the main issues in the debate. Pro-independence campaigners say they'll continue to use the pound, while Westminster has ruled out a formal currency union. Analysts say that a yes vote on September 18th could send the pound falling by up to 10%.
How are the markets taking all that then, Stephen?
Well, the Scottish independence debate is also having an impact on the stock markets today. London's FTSE 100 opening down after news of that poll we've just been talking about. Banks seeing the main falls on the London markets. RBS down over 2%, of course, a Scottish bank. Figures from the French Central Bank confirming second quarter growth in France of just 0.2%, not exciting the markets here either. The CAC 40 opened down 0.1%. Just Germany seeing some gains there at the open. Over in Asia, reasonably quiet day. Both Shanghai and Seoul closed for business today. Here's how things shape up on the Hong Kong markets and in Japan. In Japan, one of the gainers has been SoftBank, which one of the big shareholders in Alibaba. Their shares up around 2%. Let's move on now with a quick look at some of the day's other business stories. And General Electric is selling its appliance division to Electrolux for $3.3 billion. The deal will see the Swedish company continue to use the GE Appliances brand. The sale expected to be completed by next year. Electrolux says it'll create €300 million worth of cost savings. The company's shares up 6% on that news. Ryanair is set to announce an $11 billion order for new planes from Boeing. According to various reports, the low-cost airline will be buying 100 737 MAX jets after requesting a special model that fits more seats. The deal is due to be unveiled at a press conference in New York later. And Volkswagen is to stop production at one of its factories in Russia for 10 days because of the country's weakened economy. Europe's biggest car maker saw sales in Russia fall by more than 10% in July. Foreign companies generally have been hit by the plunging value of the ruble and worries over the effect of Western sanctions.
And finally, the recent flurry, if you like, of medieval TV series, not talking about Frans van Cat here, is helping sales of a very unusual product, isn't it?
Some of us feel a bit medieval at this hour of the morning, but this is the likes of Game of Thrones and the Hunger Games has created a boom in the sales of bows and arrows. This according to the British maker of bows, the Longbow Shop. It's based in Wirral in England. They saw their sales double in the past year to around €500,000. They exclusively sell the 6 6-foot medieval bows that you see featured in many of these series. Here's a picture of being used in the Hunger Games there. Now, they export some 60% of their products, and we're told that among their customers are TV producers, so it's quite possible that their products have ended up on TV as well.
I wonder if it was our producer. It is possible, isn't it?
Bow and arrow.
Yeah,
We could
the
go
way
down
of-
very well in this office, I feel.
Bringing us all into line. I think we could probably do with it, don't you? Thanks a lot, Stephen. Going to have a look at what's happening in the international papers now. Flows over here. Referendum on Scotland. It's Thursday.